Good
morning.
morning.
How
Morning.
are you?
I am good, thank you. I'm feeling very skeletal today.
You're in your jumper. I'm in a sleeveless top. That really is the dichotomy of life in England.
Yeah,
What's the correct thing to wear? Anything at all, and also
any
sometimes
point.
nothing.
I know. And also I'm down south, which really should be, if anywhere, should be shorter clothes weather. It should be down here. But nope, it's definitely jumper time. But it was just that amazing. I was eating ice creams out on the moors on Sunday. Ice cream. And it was like so nice and sitting there going, this is lovely. And then we're back in jumpers and going, fool.
Yeah, it did fool us. So for anybody joining us, I'm
Morning.
Inbaal, this is Laura, and we are coming at you live from the UK. If you're watching us in the US and you're thinking that's not your right time, you guys have switched to summertime. We haven't switched to summer yet.
We have not
So
in any
so
way, shape,
we
or form.
yeah, so we've got a slight difference between the usual time and the correct UK time. We are here on the Bigfoot Outlaw channel. We're broadcasting right now on the Facebook, on the LinkedIn, on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Instagram. You can send us messages from almost all of them, except sadly for Instagram. The Instagram messages don't come in. Jump on and get involved with us on our Facebooks and YouTubes. We are both psychics and witches, and loads of fun. So
We are.
yeah.
And we have to say also that it's someone's birthday coming up pretty soon, isn't it? Someone's birthday sitting very close to me. Well, close.
Yeah, do you know, I don't feel that the birthday is coming up because we have a lot of birthdays
We
around
do.
now in my household.
Everybody,
So
pretty much. Not everyone,
yeah,
but
almost everybody. So I get to have like a little bit of cake and some presents when everybody's sort of gone to sleep. So it's really nice for me when the grown-up friends remember that it's my birthday
your
as well.
birthday.
Thank you so much. So yeah, it'll be my birthday day after tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Very
So
excited about it,
yes.
actually. It might not seem like I am excited about it. I just don't remember it. They're different
That's
things.
a nice thing to remember. Oh, it's my birthday. Pisces
Yeah,
season. You look
exactly.
lovely. You've got a very nice top on for birthday season. It's
Thank you. We've got a few messages have come in. Let's breeze through the messages and then chat about our topics, which are many. And none of them are my birthday, which, maybe we need to.
I mean, we could have that. We could overthrow every topic. Say yes to Inbaal's birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that could be like my takeaway lesson from it. So,
Yes.
first, Grizz, who owns and runs this channel, sent an important message that says you can support me by sending stars. Stars help me earn money to make more content. The stars are one way for you guys to get involved, but obviously, if you press the liking, you press the subscribing, all of that helps us keep making content. And Mark is helping us by saying, remember to press the like button to be told when Inbaal and Laura are on so you don't miss them.
You wouldn't want
Yeah,
that.
fate worse than death.
Oh,
Nilda says, good morning. Morning,
morning,
Linda.
lovely.
Is it later than usual for you? Is it earlier than usual for you? Because I know that you're on the East Coast.
Oh,
Colleen is saying, good morning, Laura's
up
favorite
early.
person. Up
Yes,
early.
up early.
Mark
Oh,
says, hello and welcome. Good morning to you two lovely ladies. Hope all is well with you both. Mine is a tired day. Caffeine overload on the way later, I think. Yeah.
This little fox is filled with coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this little fox is filled with coffee.
Exactly. This little witch is filling
Oh, such a
with
cutie. I
coffee.
like your mug.
It's cute, isn't it? This
So
was,
cute.
I wasn't even needing a mug. You know, when you sort of run into a witchy stall.
By the way, I wasn't needing a mug.
Oh no, I actually popped out of a Costa to get this. So I wasn't needing a mug. I wasn't like in desperate need for a coffee, but my dad was here maybe 2-3 years ago, and we were going to Derbyshire, and we stopped in Glossop for a coffee, and right in front of us there was like a market that I've never seen before, and we walked around. There was like a witchy stall, and there was nothing I was needing, and you know, I'm not a big shopper, but I was like, well, we have to spend some money with those people. We have to make sure that next time we're in Glossop there's someone. So that is
it's so cute.
So good.
Mine says in the inside, "Stay clever, little fox." I won't show you because I'll spill my coffee if I show you. But
has it got legs? Is it a mug with legs?
Yeah.
And now I need mugs with legs.
Yeah. Also, that's my lipstick. Look at my lipstick. Look at that. Shame.
That's beautiful. Do you know what I thought? I thought it was actually like a, you know, put lips here part of the design.
But that was it.
Yeah, it was part of the design. Have you not a degree in art?
What now?
Have you not a degree in art? You have degree in art?
Oh yes. I thought I said, do you not have a green hearth? And I was like, a green hearth. And I was like, well, I do like nature.
Exactly. No, you have.
I do have a degree in art, just not a degree in quick, clever thinking yet. Slow.
Less useful, but you know, more glamorous. So if you say that is part of the design, that's your professional opinion, and I'll take it. Lady Crystal says, morning, ladies. Morning. Simeon says, good morning, second breakfast. Hope you're having a wonderful day and enjoy the blood moon. One of the topics.
And I've actually had my first breakfast for once. Usually I'm arriving, at least there's been one. Morning, Lucian.
Lucian says, good morning.
Morning, beautiful.
Morning. I said Isabel. Visbel saying, morning, lovelies.
Morning, beautiful.
Rob is here. Rob is in the house saying hello. I'm getting ready for work, stressed out, and nobody better to calm me down than you two lovelies.
Yeah, take a breather. This full moon, this eclipse, all the retrogrades, they're going to get us in a tiz without us even thinking. So we just take a little step back, have a moment, maybe say this isn't all your stress. No, it's going to pass. No, it's the equinox. The equinox? Is it the equinox? Bloody isn't the equinox yet.
It's very soon. It's very soon, the equinox.
And we'll have a nice coffee moment with you, and we can just bring it down.
Yeah, we're preparing for the equinox. Lucienne, greeting, Isabel. Oh, Colleen says, it's been a rough week for me, so listening to you both always helps. Should we do double cuddle? Double cuddle for Colleen.
Oh. This is the Aries and the Pisces cuddle difference, isn't it? Pisces cuddle and Aries. This is like a star sign astrology in cuddles.
Yeah, if everybody sort of tells us how they cuddle, but this is our cuddle is very close, it's very comforting. You can't breathe, that's okay. Breathing unnecessary underwater.
I'm like, come here, witches.
No basic ones here. No. Greetings. And Mark says, although it's spring equinox next week, see, you're not forgetting.
Jump into Aries time, but we can't because it's Inbaal's birthday first.
Yay! The end of Pisces time is exciting because we've got quite a few switches into Aries, haven't we? And then back to Pisces with all the retrogrades. So we've got Mercury going into Aries, we've got Venus going into Aries. Both of them are hit with the retrogrades. Venus is already retrograde. Mercury is on its way on my birthday at retrogrades, and then it goes all the way back into Pisces. It's a big, astrologically speaking, it's a big mess. It's a big mess.
Everyone's calling up. Yeah, people calling me up going, what is going on? You know, why has everything gone wrong? Why do I feel so expletive? You know, so yeah, it's if it helps, it's not just you. It is we're all being squeezed. I'm seeing it as the eclipsey squeeze, like, oh, get in there, and then you can come out the other side, but not pleasant.
Yeah, either you do or you don't. Robert says, Colleen, it really has been awful, hasn't it? Right, so we're all feeling it.
On the same page.
Diane says, hi. Colleen says,
Morning.
happy birthday. Mine was Monday.
Happy birthday, Colleen.
Happy birthday.
I think you should do a big song for everybody, all the Pisces at the end, at the big song for, yeah.
I think it's a lovely idea. But yeah, I'm loving the Pisces crew all around us. Lady Thistle has got a question for us, and that's for you. I'm going to put that to one side. We'll read all the messages and then we'll do a couple of questions before we jump in, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Mark says, and honestly, dearest Inbaal, you don't look like your age that you will be. I'm not putting here, but it's true. Thank you very much. I have no fear of aging. It's so much better than the alternative.
Yeah.
I don't think it. Thank you, but I don't think it matters whether you look young and lovely, old and lovely. It's the heart is what really, really matters.
I agree 110%.
Nilda, oh yeah, question request, reading request. We're going to do that in a minute. Very exciting. Spawn says morning and blessings to everyone. Lady Thistle says, I woke up to my computer and phone to be 5 hours difference. I was so confused. They're out to get you.
Somebody else said that the other day as well. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're out to get you. Diane says, good question. Is there a particular topic you guys plan to discuss for this one?
Well, is there? Yeah,
there is.
Several.
A few. Yeah. Sid says, good morning.
Morning, Sid.
Lucianne says, I have that mug too. Inbaal, is it from Glossop?
I think we should call this second breakfast, hashtag second breakfast, hashtag mug club.
Yeah, a club for mugs. Diane says, actually, there is the eclipse, isn't there? So
yes, tonight and tomorrow.
Oh, Nilda says, happy birthday, Inbaal. May you continue to receive many blessings. Mwah. Thank you. Ooh. Oh. Lady Thistle says, I designed the mug with little feet too. Don't let your coffee walk away. You know, I've got like my phones here on the side and I'm thinking, will anyone notice if I Google feet to put on mugs?
Yeah.
No, I need them on all my mugs.
They're so cute.
Patricia says, hi ladies from rainy East Yorkshire. Lots of love.
Patricia.
From Glum, West Yorkshire. It's not raining right now. I think it's going from us. No, from you to us, from east to west.
Here's England. We talk about weather, then we apologise for it.
Yeah. So sorry. Apologies. Nilda says it's 7:40 a.m. in New York. Right. So it is a little later for you. So it's a little more convenient. I think normally it would be.
Okay, I thought it was early. Of course, it's spring forward, isn't it? Yeah, spring forward. Yeah. That's good. And then we're going to a couple of weeks' time. I think it's at the end of the month when we change
very end. Yeah, the very end. I already predict from now that summertime will arrive before summer.
Good prediction. Hi, Mary.
Thank you. Believable. Right. Mira Jo O'Connor says, hello, Laura.
Good morning.
Very exciting. And some more new names for the show. Karina says, oh, hello, my lovelies. Alive. Laura, I've been a fan for many, many years. I absolutely adore you.
Oh,
I could have written it myself.
Oh, thank you. That's really kind.
And Patricia says, me Aries, right? So we've
Team Aries. Are you a March Aries or an April Aries? These are important facts that we need. Do you think there's a difference between February Pisces and March Pisces? There is like that.
Yeah, big difference because February Pisces can handle life more or less, you know, as much as Pisces can handle life without running to escapism. But then when they do run for the escapism, they run like head first. Whereas the March Pisces is just like cry, feel, love, romance. So the March Pisces are, and I want Colleen to back me up on this one, the March Pisces are a lot more one-dimensional, two-dimensional.
No, you'd never be one-dimensional.
No, but we're only interested in one thing. You know, feeling things and escaping. Whereas
I Hi, Sean.
yeah. My husband, who is also a Pisces, beware, is three-dimensional. He says 3-dimensional, 3 and how many?
Maybe
4-dimensional. Yeah, but you know what? That's the thing with Mars Pisces, because they think they're so much more profound than what they are, because we cry all the time. It's not profundity. It's just the feelings. They get a little bit too much, but it's always the same feelings. Whereas February Pisces will sort of maybe take more action. They'll have some of the Aquarius aloofness that at least allows them to get through, a whole evening of conversation without, wandering away into dreams. But yeah, so you see that with March Aries and April Aries.
Yeah, absolutely, so different. Sometimes I don't even recognize, it still feels really different. I think you've got so much that Pisces energy, which is very creative and very, and they're very, it's a real crossover which helps that creativity. I think it's sort of like going into that dream world, but yeah, it can also be a bit lost in the dream world as well. And that's but I know that a lot of successful March Aries, whereas again maybe April Aries is a bit more straightforward. Though I like the decans in astrology. It's also into 3, and because I'm not a very fighty. I'm feisty, but not a very fighty person. I'm pretty chilled, and I'm pretty peace loving. And then I was looking at the decans. It was like the last decan of Aries, which I'm in, is more about telling the stories after the battle. And I was like, oh yeah, I love that idea of like start the battle, middle ones being in the battle, end of them is like the fire, and everyone's sort of telling the stories and they're healing everybody and they're kind of planning the future. Like, oh yeah, I get that. So that's quite.
Oh, that is very you, and that also sort of puts the first decan in perspective, because that's all the stuff before the battle, when you're taking things personally, or when you're saying stuff that you think is a joke, but the other person thinks it's definitely not a joke. So I can think of lots of kind of March Aries that are successful in art.
Yeah.
Because all the creativity is there, but like the Pisces really struggle to put themselves across and really struggle with the sales aspect, and the knocking on doors. They're saying, would you be interested in buying my art? Whereas the Aries side has no problem.
No,
if you buy, you buy. If you don't buy, you don't buy it. So both is cool. Shall we have a coffee?
My Cancer rising starts to cry, but the rest of me is fine with it. It's fine.
Do you get mistaken for March Aries because of your Cancer rising? Never.
No. I think April Aries is really obvious. As in we do the thing. It's obvious. We look at us. Everyone I know that's kind of got the real vibe of it in that way. And it's not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It is. There's usually an April Aries. Yeah,
because obvious is like part of the description. Yeah, it's one of the traits. But yeah, tell us what your date is. Simeon says, currently at work with a sore throat and nearly lost my voice, and my work colleagues have a peaceful day. Commiserations to you and congratulations to them.
There's lots of lurgies going around, isn't there? There's that false spring lurgies. Everyone's like, no.
Exactly. You know what I've got by the side of my bed right now? All my exercise clothes in a pile. Because I thought, well, I can put away like the thick, the jumpery ones and pull out some short sleeve ones. So now there is a pile.
Yeah, this is the way.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, put your exercise clothes by your bed so you wake up and want to do it. But maybe all of them might be a bit too much. Put all of your exercise clothes.
And it is kind of a big pile, and I do have small legs, but I can still step over them very effectively.
Yes.
Lucienne says she's an Aries moon. The moony side is itching for Aries season.
Yes, it's all good. I love March, April. I think it's one of my favorite times of the year.
It's a good time. It's a good time because of the equinox, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we've got the end of and then the start of. Fairy Magic says hello from Australia. Just jumped over from Facebook. Nearly time for bed.
Oh, bless you. I don't know what time. It must be sleepy times for you guys. Nice to have some fairy magic here on the on our little chat. Yay!
Yay. Really, really fun message from Dark Moon saying, good morning, ladies.
You have tattoo envy.
Getting my goddess Isis tattoo today. Super excited. Happy birthday, Inbaal. Thank you. Great way to start my morning watching you, ladies.
Oh, thank you.
Lovely. We have a question from Diane shortly. Simeon says, hope you have a great day. God, wow. I think if I read all the messages, we might be here just sort of reading messages.
As we have about 3 topics, but we ended up just going, ooh, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Distractions. Rob says, happy birthday, Colleen. Everyone else whose birthday has been or is coming. Lady Thistle says, happy birthday. Mine was 1st of March.
Happy birthday, Lady Thistle.
Very, very lovely. Happy birthday.
Oh, birthday party. We should have cake. I feel like we should have cake. It seems like a birthday party.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What have we got? I've got some Oreos in the back. Ike says, today's my 53rd anniversary of my continuous 365th day rotation around the sun. We're almost twins. Happy solar return. How exciting. So we do have more Pisces here.
Yes.
And more 70s babies. You can tell we're 70s babies because we do not care. That's how you can tell.
No. I was I saw a reel which made me laugh so much, where it was someone in the 70s walks into a door and they don't even notice the door. Person in the 80s walks into the door, attacks the door. Person born in the 90s walks in the door, goes, oh, and it gets more and more like falls on the floor, cries. And then the nearest generation falls on the floor, cries, takes a selfie.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we wouldn't feel the door. When I was a child, there were no seat belts in the back of the car or like rules about how many people could be in the back of the car. We got left home alone a lot, and there were none of those like plastic stoppers on the cutlery drawers that had the knives unseparated from the rest of the cutlery. So yeah, this is why we're hard. And if you want us to be upset about all the neglect, we're not. We're not. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Shout out the 70s babies. Is it just me and Ike? Is there any other 70s babies here to attest how hard we are? Karina says, oh, I'll have to get my mug. And Lucienne says, first rule of Mug Club. First rule of Mug Club, we never stop talking about Mug Club.
We never stop talking about.
Mark says, I think I'll ask a question. Let's put question to one side and get to it shortly. Mark says, 1 a.m. on 30th March is when clocks go forward. Oh, thank you. That's when we spring forward. Rob says, lots of Pisces here today. I will be making up the numbers for Aries with Laura, what with my Aries moon. I don't wish an Aries moon on anyone, says Rob. He only says that because he's a Gemini.
And Lucian has it as well, isn't it? Your March Aries. Happy birthday for the end of the month, Patricia.
Happy birthday. Yes. Lady Thistle says, I may be a Pisces sun, but I'm Aries rising, Venus and Mars. Actually, my chart is mostly fire sign. I think my daughter has quite a lot of Aries, and she's sort of very bizarre as a Pisces, because it's very active, very fitness, sort of very out there, loud, strong. Love that for Pisces, though. Mm-hmm. Colleen says, 100%. Right now, this week, I want to run but cannot.
Aww.
And Patricia says, I cry a lot. So that's March Aries. Maybe it's March's fault. Mark says, ironically, I'm Aquarius, but also close to Pisces. Sometimes I get emotional, not often, but it does. So yeah, you're like 1-2 days away from Pisces, depending which year. Lucienne says, it's true, I'm an early Gemini and I'm much more grounded than most Gemini.
Definitely like a May Gemini as opposed to a June Gemini. Yep. Yeah.
I think when the signs close together are kind of similar, like Aquarius and Pisces, then you have a smoother transition. when it's like Pisces and Aries that are so different.
So different, yeah.
The transition is like rattling for the Pisces, for the Aries, and for everybody around.
Yes, can concur.
John says, howdy all, God bless. Hey, about on road listening.
Morning. Afternoon, morning. I'm a typically.
Patricia says, I'm a typically Aries in all caps, kind of proving its own.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I love
proving
it.
its own point. Just scrolling through some greetings. Horrible place to take a nap on the road. Yeah, true. Patricia says, my late parents were Aries like me and we clashed.
I can imagine. Yeah.
That is a lot of.
Yeah.
And were they still together like for a lifetime? Because 2 Aries together for a lifetime is also like, it's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot. Yeah.
Rob says, a nice time to get your ice tattoo in time for the water sign, being how closely she is connected to the waters of the Nile and her story so emotionally charged.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. Oh, you've got more 70s babies.
I'm not alone. Fairy Magic says, aha, I'm a 70s baby. My teenage word was
Whatever.
Yeah, there's lots of different ways to do whatever. Patricia says, I read that one about the door.
I love it. It was just, I'm going to watch it and laugh a lot. It's just a different.
Ike says, it's my birthday is the message I was trying to convey. No, we got that
totally.
massively. Lucianne says, 70s baby here. Mwah, 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 mwah. Hardcore. Lady Thistle says, my brother literally would lay on the floor but not cry because he's a Scorpio. A silent tantrum.
Oh, terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, no, there's nothing scarier than the silent tantrum. Even the loud tantrum, like out in boots, is preferable to the silent tantrum.
Yeah.
Spawn says, I'm curious if you ladies used to run classes at the Artemis Tavern in Second Life. Artemis Tavern was run by members of Witchfest. I never had Second Life. Did you?
Me neither. I was asked to do it, and I think one life's enough. Thanks. I was like, I'm not really into Second Life. And it's just, I'm an Aries. Just that's my answer.
But yeah,
I was asked to do it. Yes, remember.
The Children of Artemis had a strong presence in Second Life, as
Absolutely.
I recall.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it sounded really interesting, and I thought, okay, no, I had a chat with the head of Artemis, and I thought, okay, I'll look at this, and the effort you had to go to get onto it, to kind of create a character, I was like, no.
Too much effort for an Aries, and frankly, too confusing for a Pisces. Which life I am now, please?
Which life?
Answer me. One. What? Any more than one is it will leave me completely mixed up. It's impossible. But I'm sure that whoever ran the classes are people we know, and and our
we
friends.
would know them, wouldn't we? Yeah, absolutely.
Colleen says 1969, so close to the 70s. I think 1969 is like the worst of both worlds, isn't it? Because it's very close to all the Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain. It's all the ones that have gone through that through that sort of really horrific Saturn return all at the same time. I think they were like 67, 68, 69. And so 70s was almost like the light relief that generation got at the very end.
It sounds very rock and roll, though. 69 just sounds pretty light. Who is this on the screen? Who could it be?
No limits on lead in the water. No Scoutmaster background checks. Oh, more things about the 70s.
I didn't realize that was.
I thought he was having a stroke. I thought this was it. My life is just about to change forever. But no, it's true. It's a lot of things that happened in the 70s. Do you know?
What do you know? If you had a
I
stroke?
wouldn't know if you had a stroke. You know, in the 70s, chewing gum all had sugar in it, like still in the 80s, so you wouldn't remember. Chewing gum had sugar in it. Now, dentists recommend chewing gum because there's like stuff in it to help the teeth and
Right.
no sugar. But nobody came up with that genius idea in the 70s or in the 80s. So chewing gum was just like a surefire way of getting sugar right into all the different parts of your teeth. It was a really harrowing time. I would say that, in the terms of like peaks and troughs of humanity, the 70s was definitely a trough. It was definitely low. It was definitely low. Lady Thistle, early 80s baby. Yes, you've got a
Yes.
20 there for you.
Yes.
Close enough. Yeah, I think there's some stuff that didn't sort of really kick in until a few years into it. Mark laughing. Diane says 90s. I'm Sagittarius. People told me I behave more like Scorpio. I don't think they were complimenting you.
Oh, maybe it's the goth vibe. Like it could be like maybe, I don't know. Not saying you're a goth, but I mean I am a goth. Obviously, I'm wearing a skeleton in the springtime, but you could maybe have like Scorpio. Well, it was yeah. Once a goth, always a goth.
Yeah, you never grow out of it. You never want to grow out of it. Aries rising with Capricorn sun here. Aries driving the movement through this eclipse for sure. Yeah, and I mean, Aries is dragging us through the equinox as well.
Yeah, it's only the way. It's only the way. It's a tough one.
Patricia says it was estranged a lot and they argued a lot, like two Aries parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy if they argue, though. I think it's best to keep it. I think it means they still care. That sounds silly. If an Aries goes quiet, then ooh.
Yeah, it's somebody's packing. If you're not packing, the other one is packing.
Yeah.
And Rob says, "Love that everyone is so excited here today. You can't even start the topic."
This is good.
I know. Yeah. It was a great topic as well. I might need to sort of just maybe sort of talk about the eclipse a little bit and leave the other topics for another day.
Yeah, exactly.
Patricia says there's a hailstorm here now. Yeah, we had a hailstorm day before yesterday. It was insane. Mark says, true though, I still grew up with lead in paint on my
I was like lead in paint on my crib. We're getting goth again, paint.
And Sean says there's a topic. There's multiple topics. And they're great topics. Mira says, I had no idea the months meant different things in astrology. I'm early, May 2nd Taurus, and my mom is April 24th Taurus. Do you want to explain very briefly about the decans while I pull out some thoth cards to show the decans, like
Absolutely.
physically?
So it isn't exactly the months, though it's easy for us to go because it kind of does follow that quite nicely, actually. Because usually there's 10 degrees, you've got 10 degrees, the decans, because it's 10, and each star sign has 3 of those 10 degrees. And I'm doing it like a pie chart. So you have the beginning of the sun, which is usually in that first month, isn't it? So, talk about Aries, because, the March Aries will be in the first decan to the end of the last month. The middle ones will be at the beginning, and the third one will be the last bit of that sign. And each decan has a different energy. So it's easy to say the months because it's easier. But yeah, you'll find that first decan usually is the last sort of 10 days-ish, 8-10 days of that month. And you'll find that might have a different energy to someone born in the first sort of 8-9 days of that month. And then again of the last 8 of that sign. So there's 3 different, and they've all got different energies. And I really like it. It is really worth looking into if you're interested, because it made them a lot more sense. Like as I said earlier on, like I'm an Aries and I don't like aggression in that way. I don't like fights. But the last decan, it was all about healing after the battle. So if there's an energy of your sign that's kind of running through it, like Mars battle for Aries, Venus, the goddess nurturing for Taurus, you look at that story and you look at where you are on that story with the deacons. So Inbaal's going to show us some illustrations because the Thoth deck does it so well. It shows the different decans, deacons.
So
Potatoes.
in the Thoth deck, the numbered cards from 2 through to 10, each trio of cards will have a star sign associated to it. So, for example, the 8, the 9, and the 10, which I do not have, the 8, the 9, and the 10 of cups are all Pisces, but the 8 is the first decan, so that's around the first 10 days. So that will be like the Pisces in February. The 9 would be the middle decan, so that will be kind of the middle 10 days more or less. So that will be between maybe the 1st and the 10th of March, and then the 10 of cups.
I'm trying to find the 10 of cups as well. Where are you?
Would be the final decan. Should it be a worry that we can't find the 10 of cups? Is it too awesome for the moment?
Neither of us can. That's quite concerning.
So this is actually, it's mine.
Oh, you got
actually. It's the final decan, isn't it?
Final decan.
So the last 10 days of Pisces would be this card. And so you see how different they are. How come they're all Pisces? Well, they're kind of different aspects of Pisces. So, for example, I sort of just pulled out a few, but I didn't get any matching sets that would give me the whole sign. But for example, the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, both of them are Gemini. The 8 of Swords will be the first 10 days. The 10 of Swords will be the final 10 days, and so on and so forth. So the Thoth gives you a bit more of like a specific timeline if you're doing timeline predictions, or more specific characteristics of the star signs. But yeah,
I find the Aries one just because I'm self-absorbed.
Oh yeah.
So you got the 3 Aries, the 2 of Wands. So that's the first decan. Again, that's you've got Mars in Aries, the kind of the drive to move things forward, to make things happen. The middle one, which I do like, I think I'm on the cusp between the last 2 decans. I think I was told it was the last one, but I think I'm on the day it sort of shifts. The excitement, the Sun in Aries, the 3 is like there's all opportunities, potential, excitement, and the 4th is the after party, really, isn't it? It's like,
yeah, and sometimes some of the worst things do happen in the after party. It's still a party. It's not really an end of, but it's got a come down vibe to it. Yeah,
everyone's getting a bit drunk. So there's that kind of even though I was told I was the last one, I'm pretty sure I'm in the middle bit as well. I'm pretty sure the 10 is not quite over, but
I don't know enough about it. Like, I only know as much as the Thoth deck lets me know. I don't know enough about it, but now I'm so motivated to sort of look into it.
Me too.
I think all of us, you, me, and everyone watching are going to be like trying to figure it out.
And so, Miri, looking at your mum and yourself, do you see yourself in do you see that difference? I mean, you're very close, but it's just curiosity, really.
So it would be the middle of the the first of the earth signs. It will be 2, 3, and 4 of discs. Let's pull them out and show a representation of you and a representation of your mom. No, it's not 2, 3, 4 of discs. Try the middle ones.
Oh, sorry.
Would that have been 2?
Staring into space where I could actually be helping.
There we go. Right. So we've got 5. That would be your mom, right? So we've got the 5, which is not very chatty, which is probably the most notable thing about this card. Not really wanting to share when they're upset, not really wanting to share, even when they've got something to celebrate. Just not sort of really big on the sharing. They keep things to themselves. Very super capable very super capable, but it's nobody's business how I did it. I did. Don't ask me how I did it. I just did it. It was done. Whereas yours would be the Six of Pentacles,
which is one of my favorite pentacles.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the six of discs. Sorry,
Discs.
purists. The Six of Discs, and that is really balanced, more outgoing than the other Taurians, perhaps. And anything you touch is successful. Anything you touch is, is possible, is capable.
Yes. Yes, Mary. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know, Mary. Sorry, I got so far down the rabbit hole that I forgot that we were doing this, for a reason. And then a big pivot. Fairy Magic says Hubba Bubba chewing gum just doesn't taste the same anymore. Nothing tastes the same anymore.
I mean, yeah.
Strike gum has no sugar. American veteran owned, operated, and made in the USA. Yeah, no gum has sugar anymore. Orbit doesn't have sugar anymore. You used to get like new sugar-free gum. Now you don't have the announcement of sugar-free because they are literally all sugar-free. That's why since the 90s, I think Jennifer Aniston did like an advert, 9 out of 10. They all do adverts all the time. We don't get them here. 9 out of 10 dentists or 4 out of 5 dentists recommends. I don't want to say the name of the thing so we don't get sort of taken off for promoting. But yeah, none of them have sugar. Nothing has sugar anymore. You want to get a sugar hit? Get grapes from the fridge. Or dates. Patricia is laughing. Lucianne says, yes.
Always a goth.
Dan says, I'm just intense and sensitive. It was
good.
With love.
I mean, absolutely. I like those traits in people. That's good.
Yeah. My parents, says Mark, were a Scorpio and a Virgo. That was interesting. Also one who supported Labour and the other Tory. That was a learning curve. Wow. That is, that is a gap.
Yeah.
Diane asked for, we're going to jump into the questions really, really soon. Sean says more signs of being born in the 70s, random, mullety, poodle, metal, earworms like Europe. Oh, that's us. Not you. Laura's born in the 80s.
Still 80s metal, 80s rock was like hair. So I was brought up on 80s, it was still going on. That was still happening.
Yeah.
She's more stubborn than I am.
Yeah, so the different deacons. Mark says, who was Europe? Who wasn't Europe?
Let's find out, Mark.
Spawn says, first Summer of Love, 67. Happy I made it to the second Summer of Love in 92, full circle.
I feel like I missed out on all these summers, really. I mean,
yeah, you got none of them. Patricia says, stop buying chewing gum because it contains plastics.
Ouch.
I stopped chewing gums because my dentist won't replace my filling.
I don't.
Juicy fruit still has sugar in it. Is it chewing gum?
It was, yeah. I mean,
really? I thought it was like a candy. Anyway,
I love that chewing gum has become our topic. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just interested.
It was really unexpected, wasn't it?
It was a curveball. They say expected this eclipse. This was not expected.
Exactly. It's the eclipse. The eclipse made us do. The eclipse made us do silly, unexpected
I'm not
stuff.
complaining. People might be complaining when they're watching it. Where's our question? You're still talking about chewing gum, but
Yeah. So let's do some questions. Have you got your cards there?
Well, now I have. Yes, I have. I've got lots of different decks actually, so we might to vary it.
What feels eclipsy?
Yeah, the Thoth doesn't it?
Yeah. Lady Thistle says, I'd like to know any messages my guides have for this eclipse period. Thank you, loves. Somebody is sticking to a topic. Well done, Lady Thistle.
Ooh. So I make sound effects because it's eclipsy. Shall I go first? Or do you want to go first? I don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, Lady Thistle. Look at these bad boys. Look at these bad boys. The first one that came out is the 5 of discs. And the message I was getting with this before I even pulled the Mr. Goatee there was that don't let the buggers drag you down. And the buggers could be your thoughts. The buggers could be a heaviness, a feeling of like, oh, because I feel like it's a heavy loom weight. It's like hanging, like that. It's easy to go into that energy, but more positive for you if you can grab that energy and just shoot it up there. Because that's what Mr. Capricorn is up to with his big space genitals. But yeah, I do. Yeah, you've got this feeling of directing force, that energy that wants to just weigh you down. Not it's a personal thing. It just feels a collective energy. It's easier to worry at the moment than it is to go, I'm taking this big lot of energy that I'm feeling and I'm going to go, okay. It's like lifting weights, it's like, okay, let's put it up there. So I do feel like the more you can focus on quite practical, strong, determined plans at the moment of where you're going to go, what you want, and being a bit take no prisoners about it, even just a 5-10 minutes a day, it's like lifting a weight up there. It's going to get easier to pull things, to really make things go, okay, I can just keep lifting that weight up there. So don't let it get you down. If you do, just go, wait a minute, grab it, push it back up there. Almost visualize those thoughts or your mood doing that, and you'll feel stronger. So find a focus that you really want to latch onto to make that whole process easier.
And I love that you had the 5 of this there that looks like an eclipse, because I started out with the 7 of this that also looks like an eclipse. And what it says there is that it reminds you how capable you are when you do stuff for other people. So this whole capable vibe that you have no problem accessing when you do stuff for other people, also do for you. Also for you, you are just as deserving, you are just as worthy of your own acceptance and love and empowerment. And yeah, the eclipse season is unfortunately riddled with, garbage, but you are more than capable to not just sort of push yourself through it, but dance your way through it. I know that you can. If you ask anybody around you, I feel like you've got a bestie who knows exactly what you are. And in some ways, you're like so alike, but you see yourselves as opposites because your traits are different, but the way that you are to people and to each other is like exactly the same. And if you ask her, she'll tell you the same. She'll say, you are capable.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
We've got Capricorn cards to finish as well, so the Capricorn vibe was sort of there as well. Yeah.
I love that.
I get too excited.
Oh no! It's because it's the same. It's the same sentence. So we've got Nilda saying, "I need to know if I really have the gift to heal people by laying hands over them. If not, then what should I be doing? Any insight?"
I think everybody has that gift. I really do. I mean, some people shouldn't have that gift, but everybody does have that gift. I really, truly believe it. And I only meant that people shouldn't have it if they haven't got good intentions, as I was thinking, But no, I feel like that's such a thing that we can connect into. So I've not put a card yet, will do. But I just feel like whether it's a business work thing that you should be doing is a different thing. We can look at that. But I think you have that gift. I think anyone with that pure intention towards doing it can absolutely do it. So that's my thoughts.
Absolutely, because what Laura says is so true, because it's not your own energy that you use to heal with. You're channeling an energy. So it's really like interpreting, if you've got like one person speaking one language and they have all the information, the other person doesn't speak the language, then you're listening to this one, you're telling that one, and that's how you're giving them the information that they need. So in the same way, when you give healing, you channel the healing from whatever you see as the source. But I love that Laura said about whether you make it a business or not, because this is what's coming up. And it says, a business, yes, but I actually see that you have such a good head for business that doing the healing yourself as a business is barely good head. That's what they tell me, Laura Daligan, good head. doing the healing yourself is almost a waste of your time. What it shows me is that if you had like a little shop or stall or even like an online agency where you join together healers and customers, then you would be like a shop owner, like an agency owner that that is very much in the business, but not doing that much of the healing yourself, more like an agency. So that's what I've got there. What have you got there with the healing?
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love the cards both of us have got. And the first one that came up is the Hangman, they came up reversed. And then you've got the Universe and the Ten of Cups. Like,
wow.
I feel like, sorry, I feel like a change of perspective. It could just be one little thought, one way of doing things differently. Like Inbaal was saying, it's all about, oh, I'll do it in the shop. Oh, I'll do it here. One, it's just like something might just feel blocked. And it's not your ability to heal. It feels more like something that's kind of going on about, well, what do I do this? How do I do this? All the insecurities. There's something of a shift in your consciousness about it, which opens up all the channels. Like this is all the channels flooding open, pouring out awesome, good energy into the world. Maybe it's something about knowing how you want to do that or where you want to place that energy, or just a shift of realizing, oh my gosh, it's not do I have it? It's like I blooming do. You know, so it's like it just feels a little shift of thinking can create huge changes for you. And yeah, where do you want this energy to go? I think it's focusing it, I think it's allowing it and getting excited about that potential. So yes.
Amazing. So the change of perspective could be if you were taught to believe that there are different parts of healing that are sinful, heaven forbid, or not for you, or something that just men are allowed to do, or something that would make it appear as if you were, as if you were in fact a streetwalker, whereas, what you are is an aromatherapist. It's just, like Laura says, just a matter of perspective. And once you shift that, it's all way open for you. That's so cute. I love it when people like awaken to their own ability and to their own power.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Right.
So Diane says, is it a good time to do inner child work? What's happening next weekend for me?
Yeah, I think yes. I think I'm looking at some cards as well, but my impression of it is yes, that the eclipse is going to bring some of those wounds up. And you'll get to see which part of your inner child is running the show as well. Like which, when you get freaked out, when things are going on, it's like, oh, okay, because eclipse is revealing things. It might reveal stuff about that inner child that you couldn't have seen otherwise. I think it's a perfect time to do it. But just be prepared to have someone to support you, or just know that what comes up might be a bit, full on because it is the eclipse.
Absolutely. So it says, like Laura says, sort of different aspects of the inner child. And I feel like there's something in your inner child's relationship to their body, to her body. There's some kind of a need to hide, like a shamefulness. If your inner child was made to feel guilty for something that she was definitely not guilty of, there is an aspect around the word shame, the concept of shame, that you do not deserve, that you never deserved, that you shouldn't have had foisted on you back then. And, I don't love it that you even carry it till now, because you should be free to be you in everything that it means. And, in a funny way, it looks to me like just by thinking about it, you're already kind of doing it, because you're asking briefly about next weekend. And it says that by next weekend, you're actually already so much more free, so much more, breathing with your full lungs, taking in every last ounce of oxygen, that next weekend will be the proof that you were needing, that you're doing the work correctly. Does that make sense?
I love that. And I was just going to think mine leads on from your one, because you've got two aces that came up. It's like, because you're doing this work over the next week or so, you're having a fresh start. And it's not like you're at square one. It's almost like, oh, that relief, like you were saying, the breathing the fresh air with your full lungs. like, oh yeah, that's it, I've got it. You know, I think the Ace of Pentacles looks a bit like a trampoline, like wee, you know, like I'm able to go and it's okay. And it's just like, it feels like because you're doing it, you're not taking all of that into this next chapter as we go through the equinox. You know, you're not taking that in, you're taking in new perspectives, new ideas, new energy, and that great supportive trampoline which is leading you into strength and exciting opportunities. So you're doing the work and it's really amazing.
And I love that trampoline because that really feels like the diaphragm.
Yes.
And also the Ace of Swords is also so airy and so breathy.
I love that.
Yeah, that was fun. And the final question that we have for today is from Mark. Thank you so much for being with us and supporting us. It says, I think I will ask a question, which he never does, unusual for me. You know what I'm doing. Not sure if Laura knows, but what do you feel about my various prospects, shall we say, on them? So it's a creative work.
Okay, cool. That's okay.
Prospects.
Thank you. Prospects for your creative work, Mark. Let's have all that wants to come out. Woohoo! Yes! It's going to show you the Magician, the Universe, the Fool.
Whoa.
That's so good. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, I don't know what the prospects are. I don't need to know. All I need to know is this is your time to, and again, whatever happens with these opportunities, it almost like it doesn't matter because what's happening with you at this time is epic and it's opening all of the doors. So the Magician this is you channeling the energy. It feels very important how you are processing this at this time. It feels very important how you're getting involved, how you're believing in yourself, how there's a lightness around you. And then the doors are going to open. I'm getting Michael Caine, you know, and you said blow off the doors and the whole car goes up, you know, everything's going to blow up in such a good way. And it's opening doors that you may not have even thought of. It just feels like, oh, wow. So I would say anything around this time, it's saying dream as big as you want. So I'm not saying don't accept things that are, but make sure it's aligned with your true heart, with your true path, because there's big stuff happening and it feels very exciting. And just own that energy and the opportunities come to you. That's my feelings. And I like these cards.
Amazing. So we've got the Universe coming up again, but I've got like the Pisces version of it. This is right. This is knocking on some doors and it's like a no. And you're like, is it me? Is it? No, it's not you. It's the door. This door is not open for you. You have, you know, the key is not right. And then it's like a pitch meeting. We don't even want you at the pitch meeting. And you're like, is it me? No, I know it's not me. And then everything comes at once, but like everything comes at once, exactly how Laura described. And what this says to you is exactly what she was saying. It's not about you. You've got to keep working, keep pitching. Sometimes the work is hard. Yeah, that's fine. Who cares? It takes the same time as easy work. Sometimes you're unsure of yourself. Also, that's fine. You know, you'll get over it. But at the end, the door that opens is just so insanely like it's a household name. It's something that you do have it in your wildest dreams, but only in like the really wild one.
Yeah,
only
far out there.
Yeah, only in the wild dreams. So that is just phenomenal. That's really, really exciting. So we didn't really get to cover too much of a topic, but I feel like we had
a lot of fun. We talked about deacons and chewing gum, a little bit of an eclipse, and I was happy with that job.
Fantastic. So we're going to say goodbye to you. We will be here very, very hopefully next week. Yeah, that would be amazing. So we're going to say goodbye to you. Good luck for the eclipse.
And happy birthday to you.
Oh,
happy birthday
and all the
to
Pisces.
you. Happy birthday to Inbaal and all the Pisces.
All the Pisces.
And Sean as well. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! See you the next time.